Number 2, reading aloud your daily text.
身份被盗用的防护措施。身份被盗用是一个很严重的问题，许多公司正在发展解决方案，其中包含植入晶片到人体内。问题是，晶片有可能会引起人类病痛，或是窃盗者想要窃取晶片。晶片也可能会让公司或是政府损害个人的隐私。
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the second part of our class. It's reading time, not silent reading, reading aloud, so that you can practice your reading skills, speaking, and pronunciation all at once. Our article today is on the advanced level. It's called Protection from Identity Theft. I'll read it aloud first, but then it will be your turn to read the article aloud. Here we go. The Federal Trade Commission and Consumer Analysis have been waging war against the threat of identity thefts. In 2002 alone, identity fraud cost consumers upwards of $5 billion. In their quest to ward off this menace, biomedical companies have responded to the need with the creation of the identity chip. The chip would contain the same information that any other form of identification would contain for an individual, with some other perks. It can also hold credit card and banking information. Thus, anyone with a chip could be virtually cash-free. A Florida-based company called Applied Digital Solutions came out with the Very chip in 2003. A syringe implants a microchip about the size of a piece of rice under the skin. Some analysts say that this is a case of science fiction evolving into fact. They also claim that it would be hard to properly duplicate and even more difficult to locate on an individual's body. But this raises the question of theft. The creators of the chip don't even want to speculate at what could happen if a person were to be robbed of the chip. The thought could indeed be gruesome. Though the chip may look like a small tattoo on the body, any kind of assault on an individual for the purpose of removing the chip would likely be committed by knife-wielding thugs. Others ponder what might happen if the chip were improperly implanted or became contaminated or tainted in some way, and the bearer were to suffer some type of distress from it. On a more positive note, the chip could also contain important medical information about the individual that in an emergency situation could save a life. The chip was approved for this purpose by the FDA in 2004. Finally, the chip implants could perpetuate other problems, such as encroachment on an individual's rights if the chip were stolen or if the government were to use it to track an individual's every move. And these concerns are not unfounded in an age where a combination of computer technology and the Patriot Act jeopardize a person's privacy. Sources say that studies are already being conducted on how the chip can be used for tracking, but the company who designed the chip states that it has no intention of selling it to any company who would coerce its workers into wearing one. In addition, the company says that without a scanner, it doesn't work. The marketing campaign, however, Get Chipped, may mean that this little device ends up chipping away at the very rights of Americans. That's it for our article. Quite interesting. It's amazing what they can do with technology. Instead of carrying your identity card, you could carry an identity chip inside your body. What an amazing idea, but also a little bit scary because maybe somebody, if they wanted to steal it, would have to cut you open to find it. Or people could figure out all of your information just by scanning you. And that's not very good at all. Now, it's your turn to read the article aloud and practice your speaking, reading, and pronunciation skills. Then,